Hello everyone. So today in this session, we will see the concept of tabular method when the question is given regarding don't care condition. Okay, in the previous video, we have seen the normal form till here only. Now we are seeing when the question is given along with don't care, then how to solve the same question with the tabular method. So today we will see the concept of solving the solving the Boolean expression regarding a don't care condition. Okay, previous problem, this is not there, but now we are finding this d of values. It means that 2 comma 12 comma 15 cells are your don't care cells. Okay, don't care terms. 4 6 9 10 11 13 are your SOP terms. Okay, now see the previous model and today this model. This small change will occur at the last step, prime implicant chart step. We will find the difference. Okay, until that step, until the prime implicant chart step, the process will be same. Okay, clear? So see, first step, as per the order, start from 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 15. Write all the numbers, all the minterms and all their binary formats. Okay, among these, 2. So 2 is the minterm presenting in don't care. So I kept here D. Likewise, 12 is a minterm representing don't care. So I kept here small d. Likewise, 15 is a term which represents don't care. So I kept here small d. So 2 comma 12 comma 15. You should replace small d in front of them. Why? Because this indicates these are your don't care terms. DM2, DM12, DM15. Okay. Now convert this 2 in terms of binary. You will get 0, 0, 1, 0. 4 in terms of binary, 0, 1, 0, 0. 6 in terms of binary, 0, 1, 1, 0. 9 in terms of binary, 1, 0, 0, 1. 10 in terms of binary, 1, 0, 1, 0. 11 in terms of binary, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. 12 in terms of binary, 1, 1, 0, 0. 13 in terms of binary, 1, 1, 0, 1. And last 15 in terms of binary is 4 ones. Okay, so first step is nothing but arranging all the minterms in an order and writing those values in binary form. This is the step number 1. Next step, according to the number of ones present in the binary form, segregate them into groups. So M2 and M4 are the cells or the minterms consisting single number of ones in their binary format. Okay, only single number of one, only single number of one. So these two will come under one group. That's why I kept here one color for these two. Next, 6, 9, 10, 12. These 4 terms will consist of two number of ones. Okay, the previous group is single number of ones, and now 2 number of ones. See here 2 ones are there, here 2 ones are there, here 2 ones are there, here 2 ones are there. So this green color is the group which consists of single number of ones. This second group is nothing but 2 number of ones. Next 11, 13 consists of 3 number of ones. See here 3 ones are there, here 3 ones are there. So like that you arrange the group. And last group is only a single term consisting 4 number of ones. Okay. This group is nothing but consisting of single number of ones. This group is nothing but consisting of 2 number of ones. This group is nothing but consisting of 3 number of ones, and this group is consisting of 4 number of ones. So by the presence of number of ones, I started grouping the minterms. That is the second step. Clear? Now third step. So for my convenience, I copied the same previous step here. Okay, this is the previous chart. I copied the same table again for my convenience. What I should do, I should compare all the terms present in the first group with all the terms present in the second group. Okay, all the terms present in first group with all the terms present in the second group. Okay, see, first M2 with M6, next M2 with M9, next M2 with M10, and M2 with M12. Then M4 with M6, next M4 with M9, next M4 with M10, and M4 with M12. Like that, you should compare all the terms. And whenever you find a single bit variance, then only you should write the answer. Okay, single bit variance in the sense, see here, when I compare 2, with 6. See, value of 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. Value of 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. See here, first bit is same, 0, 0. Second bit is differed here. Second bit is differing. Third bit here 1, there also 1. Fourth bit here 0, there also 0. So, first bit is same, third bit is same, fourth bit is same. Second bit is different. That's why that different bit position is replaced with the dash. Okay, this dash indicates this is the bit position where you are having a change. Okay, like that you note out 2, 6. Next, go with 2, 9. Go with 2, 9. Okay, 2, 9 in the sense, see, this is 9. First bit here 0 is there, here 1 is there. So first bit is not valid. It is changing. Second bit 0, here second bit 0. Okay, same. Here third bit 1, here third bit 0. So third bit also changing. So here 2 bits are changing. But as per our rule, you should write only a 1 bit position. But here having 2 bit variance. So you should not take this into your answer. That's why 2, 9 I didn't written here. Okay, I did not include in my answer 2, 9. Why? Because 2, 9 is resulting in 2 bit variance, but I need only single bit variance. Now, like that, if you verify, you will get 2, 6, 2, 10, 4, 6, 4, 12. These are the 4 combinations you will get when you compare all the terms in first group with all the terms in second group. Okay, clear? And these are the respective answers for those. Okay. Likewise, compare all the terms present in second group with all the terms in third group. When you compare all these terms with these terms, you will get 9, 11, 9, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13. You will get these 4 when you compare group 2 with group 3. These you are getting from 1 and 2 group, 1 and 2 comparison. 1 and 2 comparison means this 4 you will get. 2 and 3 comparison means these 4 you will get. And 3 and 4, this is fourth group, no? Last one. When you compare 3, 4, you will get these 2. You will get these 2. Okay. All these are your single bit variance only. All are your single bit variance for only. Single bit variance only, you should write them into the table. Otherwise, you should leave them. Okay. Clear? And now here, which are involving here, just you can verify. See whether 2 is involved in the table. This is table number, step number 2 answer. This is step number 3 answer. Now, which min terms present in step number 2 are involving in step number 3, you need to identify. Whether 2 is involving there, yeah, 2 is involving here, put a tick mark. 4 is involving, yeah, 4 is there, so put a tick mark. 6 is involving, yeah, 6 is involving. 9 is also involving. 10 is involving. 12 is involving. 11 is involving. 13 is involving. 15 is involving. So, all the min terms present in the step number 2 are involving in step number 3. Are involving in step number 3. Okay, see 2 here 2 is there. Here 4 is there. Here 6 is there. Here 9 is there. Next here 10 is there. Here 12 is there. Here 11 is there. Here 13 is there. So 15 is there. So in any of the group, each and every min term is existing. Okay. Our condition is whether the min term present in step number 2 is involving in the table, not group, involving in the table of the step number 3. Okay. That may be in this group or in this group or in this group. Wherever it may be. That is not our problem. Okay. Whether it is involving or not. Okay, involving. If it is involving, put the tick mark. So go for the previous step. See, this previous step, we have put all tick marks here. Why? Because all are involving in the step number 3. Then you can erase this step. So this will be the final table of the step number 3. Now, previously we are having previously we are having group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4. These 4 groups we have reduced into 3 groups. Now this is one group, this is one group, this is one group, right? Now same process. All the terms present in the first group is compared with all the terms in second group. All the terms in second group is compared with all the terms in third group. Same process. See, when you compare all the terms present in group number 1 with group number 2, you won't get any single bit variance. Okay, you can verify 2, 6 with 9, 11, 2, 6 with 9, 13, 2, 6 with 10, 11, 2, 6 with 12, 13. Likewise, 2, 10 with all these 4, 4, 6 with all these 4, 4, 12 with all these 4. Okay, if you verify them, when you compare group number 1 with group number 2, you won't get any single bit variance. So you can skip that. Now verify group number 2 with group number 3. Then you will get only one. You will get only one common, that is 9, 11 compared with 13, 15. When you compare 9, 11 with 13, 15, what is answer of 9, 11? 1, 0, dash 1. What is answer of 13, 15? 1, dash 1. So you find only this position is varying. The remaining 3 are same. Here 1 is there, here 1 is there, here dash is there, here dash is there, here 1 is there, here 1 is there. So first bit is common 1, second bit is varying. Varying means you should keep dash. Third bit is already a dash, and fourth bit is 1. So 1 dash dash 1 is the answer, and that I written here. Okay, when I compare all these with all these, that means 1 and 2 groups, I didn't get any single bit variance. I got only when I am comparing group number 2 with group number 3. That is only one combination I got, and I written there, and I read the answer here. Okay, now verify 2, 6 involving here. No, it is not involving. Okay, this is step number 3 diagram. This is step number 4 table. You should verify whether step number 3 midterms are all involving in step number 4 or not. Okay, the same process what you have followed before. Step number 2 midterms are involving in step number 3. We put tick marks. Likewise, step number 3 midterms should involve in step number 4. Put tick mark. 2, 6. You don't find 2, 6 here, so not involving. 2, 10, not involving. 4, 6, not involving. 4, 12, not involving. 9, 11 is involving. See here, you find here 9, 11. Next 9, 13, yeah, 9 and 13 is involving. 10, 11, 11 is there, but 10 is not there, so not involving. 12, 13, 13 is there, but 12 not is there, so not involving. 11, 15, yeah, 11 and 15 is involving. 13 and 15, yeah, 13 and 15 is involving. So among this entire table in third step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups are not involving. 6 midterms are not involving. So 9, 11, 9, 13, last 2. These 4 only tick marks. Remaining 4 will be into marks. So go to the previous step. Go to the previous step. See, 9, 11 tick mark, 11, 13 tick mark, and last 2 tick mark. Remaining 6 are into marks. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into marks are there. Remember carefully, 6 into marks are there. Now, here it is left alone. It is also into mark. Okay, why? Because it is not compared with anyone, which is left alone. So it is all tick into mark. Here 1 into mark. Previously 6 into marks. Totally 7 into marks. Already I said that whatever the terms you are keeping into marks, all those are your prime implicants. Then step number 5 is prime implicants. See, 2, 6, 2, 10, 4, 6, 4, 12. All the 7 into marks I written here. Right? And how to write the answers here? Copy the respective binary formats from the table itself. You can find, see, 9, 11, 13, 15. What is the answer? 1 dash dash 1. Here written 1 dash dash 1. Like that, you can copy the same values from the table itself. Okay, from the table you can copy these values. Now after copying them, assign this first one as A, this one as B, this is as C, and this is as D. All I said that wherever you find a dash, that dash indicates the particular bit is absent. Right now, B is absent for us. Why? Because the dash is belonging to the B. So B is absent. So 0 in terms of A is A bar. B is absent. Leave it. 1 in terms of C is C. 0 in terms of D is D bar. So the answer you should write here is A bar, C, D bar. Okay. Now see here. Here this dash is there. So A is absent here. So 0 in terms of B is B bar. 1 in terms of C is C bar. Sorry, C. 0 in terms of D is D bar. So your answer will be B bar, C, D bar. Next, see here. A in terms of 0 is A bar. 1 in terms of B is B. C is absent. 0 in terms of D is D bar. So your answer will be A bar, B, D bar. Here A is absent. So B, C bar, D bar. Here A, B bar, C. Here A, B, C bar, D is absent. Here B and C is absent. Only A comma D is present. A in terms of 1 is A. D in one terms of 1 is D. So the answer will be AD. Okay, like this you need to frame the prime implicant table. Okay, and the last step, which is the crucial step, please observe the difference between the previous question and this question. List out all the implicants, 7 prime implicants, what we have solved previously, the cell numbers as well as their answers. Okay, now while writing the columns, you should not involve the cells presenting in don't care. Generally, what are the given cells of don't care? 2 is under don't care, 12 is under don't care, 15 is under don't care. So you should not include these values in your columns. M2, M12, M15 should not be included here. See, I just only return the values of summation M only. Okay, summation M of, they have given 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 13. Only I return these values in the column. I didn't include the values of don't care. You should not include the values of don't care in this table. That is the only difference between the previous question and now this question. Okay, whenever you find a D of some cell numbers, these cell numbers should not be written in prime implicant chart. Very, very important point. Please remember this. Clear? That's why I skipped M2, I skipped M12, I skipped M15. The remaining I written as it is. Now you can start plotting. This is involvement of 2, 6. But 2 is a don't care. So you remove 2, only 6 will be there. So under M6, put a star here. Likewise, 2, 10, where 2 is a don't care, take 10 here. 4, 6, yeah, 4 is there, 6 is there. So 4 is star, 6 is a star. Next 4, 12. 12 is a don't care. So take only 4. Next 10, 11. 10 is there, 11 is there. 12, 13. 12 is a don't care. So remove that, only take 13. 9, 11, 13, 15. 9, 11, 13, 15 is don't care. So you can remove this. So by keeping like this, you will get the stars in this format. Okay, now it's the same process. First you find out a single star column among all the terms. M9 is only a single star column. Directly take the answer into the, what is the answer here? AD. So write AD into the final answer. AD. Okay, take directly a single star, that value is AD into your answer. Okay, now go for verification of 2 stars. M4 is a 2 star column. What is 2 star? Either you can take this term as your answer or you can take this term. You should not take both. You can take either this one or you can take this one. Okay, so wait for a while. Now you observe M6 also. M6. Either you can take this term as your answer or you can take this term as your answer. If you clearly observe, this term is existing commonly between the two columns. Rather than selecting this one and this one, if you select this particular term, it will be helpful for us to cancel both the columns at a time. Okay, if you take only this term, this common term will act as the answer for M4, answer for M6, so that you can get only one term. It is better for us. Why? Because we should maximum try as much as we can in order to reduce the number of terms. Suppose if you take this term as your answer, if you take this term as your answer, you should involve these two terms in your final expression. But if you take this term, only one term is necessary for both the columns, so that selection of this term is very, very appropriate for us. Why? Because this term will help us to reduce the expression. Okay, clear? So as these two are common with the two columns, you can select this term as your answer rather than selecting this one and this one. Likewise, when you observe 10, 11 columns, you find these two as common, so that this term will help us to simplify M10 and M11. So this is better for selection rather than this one and this one. So take A, B bar, C as answer. Next, only one thing remaining is M13. These two cells can be taken, either this one or this one. Already this cell is taken into the answer AD. See, as per the rule, either you can take this one or this one. But already this cell or this value is taken to the answer. So you can skip this concept. Okay, if two stars are there, that means these two terms can be selected by the user. Already this term is written previously, so that take this only, then you can skip this. So M13 will be also simplified. So each and every column has been simplified. Therefore, this will be your final answer. Okay, clear? So please make a note of this. What is the small change between these two is nothing but in the previous model where don't care is not given, directly you can take all the minterms present in the question. But in this question, we will find some don't care values also, but those don't care values should not be involved in these columns. Okay, the don't care values should not be involved in these columns. That is the main important difference that we are going to follow. Clear? Right? And the remaining process will be same. Okay, total we are having 6 steps. Up to 5th step, the concept is same for the previous model and this question, but a small difference will occur in the case of the last step. What is that? You should not involve the don't care columns in this particular prime implicant chart. Okay, and please be careful while this. If you find a common term between 2 or more columns, please give preference for this particular term. Why? Because instead of writing these two as your answer, if you select this one, it will be helpful for us to reduce the number of terms. Why? Because the answer of M4 is this one, the answer of M6 is also this one. So instead of writing two terms, you can write one term in your answer, so that the size of expression will be reduced. Likewise, instead of selecting this one and this one, if you select this particular term which is common between M term and M11, this particular term will help us to reduce the term. Okay, why? Because this A, B bar, C will act as the answer for M10 as well as M11. Okay, please observe carefully. It is better to indicate like this. Okay, in the exam also you can draw like this, showing that this is a common term acting as the answer between these two terms. This is a common term acting as the answer between these two terms. Okay, clear? So I hope that today's problem is understood by you. Clear? So this Quine-McPherson method is very, very important. So please practice the two models. The previous model is without don't care conditions and the present model is with don't care conditions. Okay, clear? And now we will meet in the next video with the next new topic. Okay, clear? So if you have any doubts regarding this, you can ask the questions or you can post the questions in the comment section. Okay, so please practice the problems. The previous model and this example, these are two examples which have been asked in the university question papers. So I have solved them with the answers. So please note them. Okay. So I hope the session is understood by you. And have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you all.